I used to be with Fast Stadium Whoop on Wheels. I'm just looking at the standings here on the Xfinity Series. Looks like Tyler Reddick's in first place. And how many cars do you have in the Xfinity?
So at JD Motorsports, we have 4 cars. We have the 4-car Ross Chastain.
Yeah.
We have myself, the 0 car. We've got the 01 Stephen Light, and then we have the 15, which it has been BJ McLeod, but then we had Tyler Matthews in for Richmond. So that's kind of a rotating car. So last year was our first year running 4 full-time cars instead of just 3. And Johnny kind of went out on a limb and said, hey, we're going to run 4 cars, which is kind of cool because, you know, we have a big percentage of the field. So it's pretty cool to be a part of a 4-car team. There's a lot of data that we can kind of go back and share with each other. Since, you know, we don't have, you know, you mentioned Tyler Reddick. He's on quite a bit bigger budget than we are, but we do what we can, and every once in a while we get to compete with those guys.
Well, I just wish I could be. I was wanting to come down there Saturday. I don't know if I get to make it now because I do have some health problems, but I told Fast Eddie I'd rather him go because I won't be able to walk around that much. I'd have a bad knee and a bad back from old wrecks. So anyway, I'm just glad you called in on our show, like I said, but. Now, how about telling our listeners on here about how much fun it is to go these? What is your favorite track that you go to?
My favorite track is Atlanta Motor Speedway. It's fast, it's bumpy, it's old and worn out. There's several different tracks that I really look forward to just for different reasons. Atlanta, Pocono, and Michigan and Iowa are all different tracks, but all up there on my favorites. And then, of course, this weekend at Talladega is you know, the biggest track that we go to, with the exception of the road courses. And I mean, you know, we finished 10th there last year. We always run really good at the plate races. My first time there, I finished 12th. So I feel like it's an opportunity for us. And I don't usually make a big deal on my birthday. I usually don't really tell a lot of people about it. Saturday is the first time since I've been racing for Johnny that I get to race on my birthday. So it's going to be a pretty special day. And hey, hopefully I get myself a birthday present with a trophy in Victory Lane.
Well, I'm not going to ask his age, Fast Eddie. I don't guess it matters about a guy telling their age, but I just want to say, well, happy birthday to you.
That's right.
I'll tell you, I'm turning 27.
27.
27 on the 27th. So hopefully it's a special day and a even special year.
Well, you're just a young guy.
It will be.
Yeah.
Hey, he might win that thing. You never know. He races good. I've watched him race.
Well, I hope he does on his, since his birthday. You know, what better birthday present would it be for him to win?
That's right.
Yeah. That'd be a lot of fun.
I'll let Fast Eddie go and talk to you a little bit more.
Hey, Garrett, you going to have any shirts there? Mr. Bullets won't one if you've got it, and I'll bring it back to him.
Yeah, we can bring some shirts down. We're actually partnering with a different company, and we should have some more information about that soon. But some of our sponsors, in particular, Trophy Tractor, who was our sponsor at Texas, is doing some shirts. So that should be coming out within the next few weeks. But I'll bring some of our existing shirts, and we'll make sure to get you looking good with some number nothing stuff. How's that?
Oh, yeah, there you go. Make sure you get a double X and an extra large in that thing.
We can do that.
That'd be good. We'd wear them in the studio. How's that? Now that'd be something.
Yeah. Well, you got to take a picture of it and post it online. That's the only thing you got to do.
Sure thing.
Yeah, I can do that. Post it online. Post it on. We're recording the show right now, so it goes on YouTube.
Perfect.
So yeah. So we'll make sure we do that when we get them. And we got a dirt track racer going to be in here at 11 o'clock. Talk a little dirt racing. His name's John Oimby. He's a good racer. He's won a lot of races himself.
Fast Eddie, I'd like to ask him a question real fast. Now, how much difference is there driving an Xfinity car and then driving a Cup car? Are they both about the same horsepower, or are there a little difference in them?
There's quite a bit of difference. Last year there was a little bit more of a difference. Last year we had about 750 horsepower in the Cup.
Wow, my goodness.
Yeah, really edgy, really, just tough to drive. And the Xfinity Series has got about about 650. So not a whole lot of horsepower difference, but the biggest thing is the downforce difference. There's less downforce in the Cup Series, but this year they've changed the package to where it's actually a 550 horsepower in the Cup Series and a bigger spoiler, a lot more downforce, a bigger splitter, and the biggest difference between the Xfinity Series and the Cup Series is there's no ride height rule in the Cup Series, so those cars are already slammed on the ground where they don't really travel. When you go into the corner, everything kind of loads up and the suspension compresses and all that stuff. Well, that's what happens in the Xfinity Series. Everything travels and you can kind of feel the car, where in the Cup Series, everything's just already traveling and it doesn't really move. So that's kind of a difficult thing once you get into the Cup Series. But this year I've been fortunate to race 3 Cup races, and I raced 3 last year and I've already raced 3 this year, and we have a couple more plans. But nothing solid right now that that we have signed in ink yet. So just kind of waiting for that call, and it's so cool to be running the Cup Series. As a racer starting out in Bandoleros and Legend cars, that's your number one goal. You want to go Cup racing, and now getting to race with those guys like Jimmy Johnson and Kurt Busch and Kyle and Kevin and all the champions of our sport. It's really, really cool to be on the same stage as them.
I just can't imagine getting in a car got that much horsepower. Now, Fast Eddie's been in a race car before. He can tell you a little bit about that, but that's gonna be my goal. Just be able to get in there. And I don't think nobody will trust me with their car though, but I just like to feel the power of that thing when you mash on the gas.
It's something else. It is something else, isn't it, Garrett?
Yeah. What kind of race car were you in?
I went to Nashville Speedway, that new track they had that they're not racing now. I guess they do testing there or something. I don't know, but I got to get in one of them, do them laps, about 5 laps, whatever it was. Oh, it was an experience of a lifetime.
Yeah, there's nothing like it. People ask me what it's like to drive a race car all the time, and I tell them, I try to describe it as good as I can, but there's really no explaining it. It's something you got to experience for yourself. And I got a lot of my experience actually from doing the Richard Perry driving experience.
Yeah.
And doing the ride-alongs for them and taking people for rides. And Gary Keller actually came down and drove it at Daytona. I think he was going something like 170 miles an hour or something like that. So he was pretty quick in there, and I believe Gary wanted to hop in one of our Xfinity cars and go racing that day.
Yeah. He said he wanted to do that one time, but I don't know if he ever did or not drive. He ended up doing the driving experience at Daytona a few years back. I kind of helped set it up since I used to work there. They've since sold the company to the NASCAR Racing Experience, so I don't know a whole lot of people there anymore. But I worked for them for about 5 years, and it was a really, really cool deal getting to take people for rides. Yeah. Now, when you all go to Talladega, will you all be? Will your car be next to Ross's and BJ McLeod's and the team? Your team, will you all be together there, or is it separated in the garage?
A little bit separated. We park all the haulers together. So Ross is, I think he's 13th in points right now. So we'll park 13th, whatever 13th in the garage is, and all 4 haulers will be together. And then depending on the owner's points, I think Ross is about 15th. I'm 20th. I think BJ's about 23rd or 24th, and then Steven has bad luck. He's been fast, but he's had some bad luck. So I think he's about about 27th or 28th in owners points. But so we're all pretty close to each other. But then as far as on the track goes, actually Ross is running for a different team with a different sponsor. He's running for Colleague Racing. And so we have Landon Castle coming back. He's kind of been a staple of JD Motorsports for a number of years, so he's coming back and running the 4-car for us. And so it'll be Landon, myself, Stephen Light, and BJ. And on track, we try to stay as close to each other as possible. Kind of try to take care of each other. Our strategy at these big plate tracks is just to kind of ride around and get to the end of the race, the last 10 laps, where hopefully by that time there's been a couple big ones.
Yeah.
Some guys have been taken out, and then we can move forward and keep your car clean, because you have to keep your car clean for the end of those things to have a shot.
Yes, that's for sure. And so Landon, Ross won't be driving the 4 at Talladega. It'll be Landon, right?
That's right.
Mhm.
That's right.
Okay. Well, it'll all be interesting, that's for sure. I've usually, when I go down, I've always went to Cup races, but this time I'm going to I'm coming to you guys because of Gary, helping me out there. I'm going to go and come on Saturday.
Hey, I think we'll put on a show. Sometimes we put on a better show than the Cup guys.
Hey, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
You always do, for us. You always do a good job racing. And I've been looking at the standings here, and I actually see an Earnhardt that's still racing there. It's Jeffrey Earnhardt. And
I wonder if he's going to be racing in that race.
I don't know if he's scheduled to race in that race. He's been running part-time for Joe Gibbs Racing.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if he's scheduled to, but yeah, he's been doing a good job this year as well.
Yeah, that's how I'm telling you. It's all in the equipment.
Yep.
And stuff, and you guys are coming right along because you guys, those cars got speed to them, ain't they, Garrett?
Yep.
Yeah, it's definitely all about the equipment and making sure your car's dialed in. But like I said, we do a lot with a little. JD Motorsports, I'd say we're probably the best non-Cup affiliated Xfinity team in the garage.
Yes.
Johnny gives us the best stuff that he possibly can. We're always looking for sponsors. We're always looking to improve our team. But so far, this is my 4th year with the team, and we've improved every year. And right now, we're 18th in points, which is tied with the best that I finished my rookie season. And we're only, I think, 2 points out of 16th, and we got to get to 12th to get in the playoffs. So hopefully, we can just kind of keep inching up and keep sneaking up on it, keep improving our deal, and we'll be there at the end.
Yeah, and that's the name of the game, is try to get into the top 12 to get into the points deal, to win that thing, win the series,
That's right. That's the goal.
Guys, this is I actually like the racetracks like Talladega and Daytona and Atlanta, but better not. I don't like a road course much, but I know you guys have to race where they tell you to race. Can you give our listener and audience what do you think about a road course?
Yeah, it's different for sure. It's not my most favorite track. It's I would say from a viewer standpoint, I would say road courses are pretty entertaining. We added a road course last year at Charlotte, going to the Roval, which was pretty insane. It was a lot of fun to drive. Not a whole lot of room to race, and not a whole lot of room for error. So that kind of made everything kind of high pressure and kind of high stakes, to where if you kind of make a bold move, you might get yourself in trouble. But it's fun going to Watkins Glen in Mid-Ohio and Road America, and then now the Roval. It's just something different, and we've raced in the rain, which I am not a fan of, but that's always interesting, and it's just a different thought process, and I'm just glad that they've got 3 of their 4 road courses all in the same month, so I don't have to kind of think about going back and forth from road course to oval, because you really got to focus in and kind of kind of, get your car right and understand what you're doing on a road course.
Hey, before we let you go, Gary, will you see Gary anytime between now and the time you leave, or will you be talking to him?
I'm hoping to see him today. We're going up to Northern Kentucky for some go-karting, so we're hoping to see him today. If not, then next time I'll see him, we'll see him in Talladega.
Yeah, well, then I may have to call him direct or something, but I hate bothering him. I know he's a busy guy and stuff, but if you see him, tell him to give me a call, if you don't care, sometime between now and Monday, I guess.
I can do that.
And I won't have to aggravate him none,
No, I can do that, no problem.
Hey, I said one more thing, and it is one more thing. What do you think your top speed will be at Talladega for your car? I know you don't have speedometers, but you think you...
It's tough to tell. I would say north of 190.
Oh, my goodness.
190 and 195.
Wow.
That's getting it, That's getting it.
That's getting it pretty good, and especially in the draft when we're drafting. This is the first race that we're not going to have restrictor plates. They're changing it. We're going to have the same amount of horsepower, but they're doing it a different way. It's a spacer, which is kind of like a restrictor plate, but it gives you more throttle control, and so I'm eager to see what that does to the racing. It should kind of make us go just a tiny bit faster. And give us a little bit more throttle response, so we have a little bit more chances to make some big moves, and Ricky Bobby slingshot kind of deal. So
yeah,
should be a lot of fun.
Garrett, I just want to say before we let you go, I want to wish you happy birthday again, and I want everybody to watch you on TV. Watch number 0. Thanks for a number, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Watch number 0, and let's just pull for this boy. He's having a birthday.
That's right. And there won't be no 2-car tandems like they used to be, will they? I'm not a big fan of that. Are you?
We're not allowed to do that. We're, in the Xfinity Series, in the Cup Series, you can lock bumpers, but they don't really line up. In the Xfinity Series, if you lock bumpers, you'll get penalized. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No 2-car tandem anymore for us.
Yeah. Well, that's a good thing, I guess. Yeah. All right, Gary. Hey, I appreciate you, and we'll see you at Talladega.
Yep, thank you guys. We'll hopefully have some T-shirts for y'all.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks, buddy.
Good talking with you.
Yep, you too.
I'll see you down there.
Sounds good.
All right. Bye-bye.
Hey, Stady, I've got another song here. If you know me, it's called When You're Hot, You're Hot. When You're Not, You're Not.
Yeah, okay. Let's do it.
Jones and Big John Talley had a big crowd game going back in the alley. And I kept rolling them 7 and winning all them pods. My luck was so good I could do no wrong. I just kept on rolling and controlling them bones. Finally they just threw up their hand and said, when you hot, you hot. I said, yeah. When you're hot, you're hot. When you're not, you're not. Put all the money in and let it roll again. When you're hot, you're hot. I'd win, and I was just getting ready to roll them again when I heard something behind me. I turned around and there was a big old cop. He said, hello, boy. Then he gave us a grin and said, look like I'm gonna have to haul y'all in and keep all that money for evidence. I said, well, son, when you hot, you hot. He said, yeah, when you're hot, you're hot. When you're not, you're not. You can split it all down at City Hall. I said, yeah, when you're hot, you're hot. In the court, I couldn't believe my eyes. The judge was a fishing buddy that I recognized. I said, hey, Judge, old buddy, old pal, I'll pay you that $100 if you get me out of this spot. So he gave my friend a little fine to pay. He turned around and grinned at me and said, 90 days, Jerry, when you're hot, you're hot. And I said, thanks a lot. When you're hot, you're hot.
everybody. That was Jerry Reed. When you're hot, you're hot. When you're not, you're not.
That sort of rhymes, don't it? When you're hot, you're hot. When you're not,
when you're hot, you're hot. When you're not, you're not. No, I'd like to congratulate Ciara Brown. She was Player of the Week for Checking the Cash. She plays softball for Cleveland High School, and she's checking the cash. She's Player of the Week, Ciara Brown, and I know she's got a pretty plaque there too, Fast Eddie. She's holding up a pretty plaque, and checking the cash does that for our students right here, and I appreciate all that checking the cash does for our high schools, especially Alan Jones. And here's something right here, Fast Eddie. It says take a bunny or chick home for Easter.
chick.
Yeah, it says you can take home some of our delicious treats. This is Easter dinner complete. It's a bunny-shaped cakes, Easter basket cakes, cupcakes, or crossover. It says here you can get a cross or Bible-shaped cakes. This is the Village Green, and it's a Village Bake Shop. The phone number is 476. Waited out on this, and I'll have to use this other one.
Yeah.
Phone number is 476-5175.
Go by and see old Tracy Gilbert there. She'll set you up good.
Yeah, because tomorrow's Easter, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, tomorrow's Easter, yeah. And anyway, I forgot to mention this a while ago that this is take a bunny or chick home for Easter. You can, they've got cakes or cookies that's shaped just like a bunny or Easter. And let's see, here's some more stuff. I'm going to talk about this real fast. The West Side Rural-Tan, they're going to have their spring run, which is today, Saturday, April 20th. And it's going to be a 30th annual. This is the 30th annual West Side Rural-Tan 5K running. It's planned for Saturday, which is today. I think it's already began. It begun at 7:30 this morning, and from our 8 a.m. I think they start at Walker Valley High School, and there will be trophies. And let's see, there will be trophies. High school opens at the high school open categories, and there will be trophies where everybody wants to enter. But I think they've already started this morning. I think the registration fee is $12, and but it's like I say, I probably mentioned it a little bit too late. We didn't come on to 10, so I think it already started this morning. It's at Walker Valley High School and Cleveland High School. Anyway, that was the Rural-Tan 5K running. And let's see what else I've got here. Smoky Mountain campgrounds are now open for picnic areas. They're open right now for spring. Anybody wants to go to Smoky Mountains, they're open now. You can go up there to National Park, and they're going to be open for Easter. And people wants to spend a day, they got the campgrounds open. And you can visit our parks around here, Smoky Mountain, and they'll be open now through a Memorial Day weekend. So I was talking about their Smoky Mountain campgrounds are open now, Fast Eddie, for people who wants to go for Easter, and they'll be open now until the Memorial Day weekend. And so anybody who wants to go to Smokies, I think the weather's going to be fine for it. I don't know what the weather's supposed to be, really. I think it's going to be good Sunday.
It is Sunday, yeah.
Tomorrow. We've been very fortunate, Fast Eddie, because Jackson County, Alabama is where my mother's laid to rest, and they've been having bad storms in Jackson County, Alabama. That's Scottsboro.
Yeah.
And we've been very fortunate around here so far. I don't want to see nobody lose their home.
We got a caller right here.
Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead, caller. You're live on Whoop.
What did y'all say about taking chicks and stuff? Whatever.
You can go to the Village Bake Shop and they do have cakes made up of like a chick or
Like a chick, you said something about picking a chick up. Do they have any 36, 26, 36?
No, I don't think they have anything like that cornbread.
Hey, I'm trying to have a little fun out of somebody here. I thought that was so funny when I heard that. Chick, talking about a woman, whatever. I just trying to have a little fun out of you there, Bullet.
Well, Yeah, no, this is Willie's Bake Shop. They're just doing this for Easter.
I know what you meant, and that's where I'll go get my donuts and this and that and the other to take them to Bradley Activity Center there. But when you said something about chicks,
Yeah.
it kind of reminded me back in the, I haven't heard that word in a long time. Hey, I've got me a chick, that means a woman.
Yeah.
I thought, I wanted to call in and have a little fun now, W36, 2636. I'll buy one over there.
Oh, my goodness. How you doing this morning?
Oh, I'm going fine and listening, and I enjoy listening to y'all, but I like to cut up, play, and have a little fun.
Oh, yeah. I know it.
Fast Bullet, what's the other guy, Fast Eddie?
Yeah, Fast Eddie.
We missed you last week.
Yeah, I missed it too, but I had to work last weekend, drive a big bus.
Well, sometimes we got to do what we got to do, but I listen to y'all, but I just like to call in and have a little fun out of y'all.
Sure, that's all right.
Yeah.
Silly stuff. I go around try to joke and play. Yesterday I went and had a little fun out of somebody, and hey, I was listening to Shaq on TV yesterday. You know Shaq from the basketball player.
Yes, yeah.
He said, and I love what he said, and this is what I try to do in my life. Sometimes it don't go along too good, and sometimes it don't sound right, but you don't mean nothing harm about it. But he said he does the way I try to do. He said, I try to go around every day telling jokes and making people. He said, if I can make somebody laugh today, he said, I've done a good job.
Yeah.
That's right.
I love that. And when I heard you say about Chick, I just thought I'd call in and have a little fun out of you.
Well, I'm just glad you did. I bet you've been missing Pro Daddy this week, haven't you?
Pro Daddy.
Yeah.
I love Pro Daddy and Matador. I mean, I go on silly stuff and act stupid to them sometimes, but hey, that's just part of life. Today's today. We might not even be here tomorrow.
Hey, that's
You got that right.
Cornbread. This way I feel about that. If I wake up every morning, I feel like I'm doing great.
I'm thankful that y'all, you and Fast Eddie's on the radio. I love listening to y'all, and I love this and that and the other. And Pro Daddy and Matador, I love them. Them good people, the Jive in the morning.
Yeah.
Tom and Jeff, very good people, very good people.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are.
Call in, and sometimes I go silliness just to have this and that, and Ed, Edward, and you on Mondays. Y'all good people. Y'all are good people.
Well, let me ask you this, Cornbread, since we got you on. I done played that Billy Paul. Did you hear it?
Yeah, old baby.
And I heard it. Man, you got me hooked on that Bullet. I told Pro Daddy right there. I said, Bullet's the one got me hooked on that.
That's right.
Well, is there any other kind of song I can play for you, or you want me to play it again about when we start to leave? I can play it again for you.
Yeah, when y'all get ready to leave, play that again because, man, I love that song. You and Fast Eddie on the radio, because I think y'all do a very good job. Very good job.
Well, I'll play it again for you.
Hey, Cornbread, did you hear that NASCAR guy on the radio a while ago?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. He's good. That's I'm bringing back some of these people I used to interview years ago on here.
See, that's what's good about you. You do your thing, Bullet does his thing, and you're into this, you're into that, and Bullet does his thing, keeping up the cemetery.
Yeah, the topics.
He does this and that. See, that's what I like about y'all. Y'all got a little bit of everything going on. You can talk about washing a house or NASCAR or like me calling in about 36, 26, 36 about a chick.
Hey, I tell you what, yeah. Well, if now I would be over there now if I could have a chick like that, but no.
Chick.
That's what I like about y'all. Y'all are open-minded. You got a good attitude, personality, and you can call in and say anything and not say anything. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
Old Sid, he's good. He calls in.
He's a good guy.
He is a good guy. He is.
Everybody, as far as I'm concerned, all of y'all are good people. And I'm pretty good judging people and telling it like it is. I took that after my dad, I reckon. But when I tell it, you can take it to the bank and cash it if it don't bounce.
That's right. I'm still wanting to check out Cornbread's cornbread. You know what I mean?
Everybody loves my cornbread. I'm not bragging and complaining. Everybody likes my cornbread. And what number one thing that they like, and I'll get off the phone here. The number one thing that they like about me, they know I'm clean and neat and they keep everything pretty like type stuff.
Oh yeah.
I'm not sloppy. I don't play all that. Don't wash your hands. See, that's why all the E. coli. The reason you get that right there because people is not clean.
Yeah.
They don't keep the chicken is the number one thing that gets you sick.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
And people cutting chicken, the raw chicken, this and that, put it on the counter over there. They don't wash the counter with soap and water. They don't put the knife in and this and that, and they use that same knife to cook the chicken when it comes. That's what gets people sick right there.
Yes, right.
And when it comes to cooking and cleanliness, you'd have to be on the top of the line to beat me.
Well, there actually, I ain't gonna mention no names now, but there have been some restaurants known for not being too clean too. But I'm not gonna bring that up. But you know, that's just
on TV this morning with that dude on Channel 3 right there, Martin or whatever his name is there. They was 4 or 5 restaurants here and there along the way that I seen on TV this morning. They done all the stuff I just got done talking about, and I said, I know how to do all that. See, I used to cook at the sports barn on Lee Highway when I come back from Texas from cooking on the oil rigs out there when I got married and moved back.
yeah.
I worked at the sports barn, and I went in there and I cleaned that place up.
Well, you just done it all, haven't you?
I'm not perfect, but this and that and the other. A lot of stuff is just common sense.
Well, that's just like me. I'm a jack of all trades, but I don't know any of them hardly.
Well, Cornbread, did you work on the oil rigs?
I worked on the oil rigs. I had to get out to the oil rigs in a helicopter. That's how I got to work, by helicopters.
My gosh.
I've been on a helicopter probably 1,000 times.
I never have been in a helicopter. I don't much want to get in a helicopter, Cornbread, because I've heard they go straight down when they have a problem. I want a plane that I can glide in.
Well, they can go straight down too, like they're having problems now with that 747 or whatever it is. There, they go straight down now.
Yeah.
But anyway, no, I worked on the oil rigs. Them big old guys right there. We used to play cards, shoot pool. That's where I learned to play cards and shoot pool. Because you work 12 hours. You worked 12 hours a day, you had 12 hours off, 8 hours of sleep, you had 4 hours to play around, whatever, and, man, I tell you what, that was, I love that job out there. I love that job.
Well,
Good job.
Cornbread, I appreciate you calling in, buddy. We're going to be here at 12 o'clock, so if you think of something else to say here after a while, just give us another call.
We'll get Mrs. Jones on today.
Yeah, I will.
At the end, because
I will.
want to get all these other people that's listening,
Yeah.
want to call in to make anybody mad at me or whatever there, but Bullet, you're the one that got me hooked on that.
Well, I'm gonna play it again. I'm gonna play it again about right at 12 o'clock for you.
Okay, hey, thanks, Bullet. Hey, Fan City, I appreciate y'all being on the radio, and everybody loves y'all being on the radio, too, that I've talked to.
Well, thank you, Cornbread.
Yeah, thank you, Cornbread.
Hey, y'all have a good day.
You
Thank
too,
you,
buddy.
bud.
Bye-bye.
Hey, Steve, I've got something now. You don't know if you want me to play the Drifters?
Yeah, and you still got more topics to talk about.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, we'll play this Drifter, and I'll come back and talk a little bit.
10-4, that'll work. All right, let's play it.
Oh, when the sun beats down and burns the tar up on the roof, and your shoes get so hot, you wish your tired feet were fireproof. Under the boardwalk, down by the street, yeah, on a blanket with my baby, that's where I'll be. Under the boardwalk, out of the sun. Under the boardwalk, we'll be having some fun. Under the boardwalk, people walking above. Under the boardwalk, we'll be falling feel the happy sounds of a carousel. You can almost taste the hot dogs and French fries they sell. Under the boardwalk, down by the sea, yeah. On a blanket with my baby is where I'll be.
Under the boardwalk,
Out of the sun,
under the boardwalk,
we'll be having some fun.
under the boardwalk,
People walking above,
under the boardwalk,
we'll be falling in love.
under the boardwalk, boardwalk.
On a blanket with my baby is where I'll be.
Under the boardwalk,
Out of the sun,
under the boardwalk,
we'll be having some fun.
under the boardwalk,
People walking above,
under the boardwalk,
we'll be falling in love.
under the boardwalk, boardwalk.
Introducing Papa John's new Ultimate Pepper.
Hey, Edward Webb, are you on the radio, buddy?
No, I'm on the mattress.
Oh boy.
Well, we just glad you called in. You're live on Whoop. So,
I'm alive right here.
yeah, you're live, all right. But no, how you been doing?
Well, I went to bed last night about 10 o'clock, and I've been getting up every morning and listening to Wood at 7 o'clock.
Oh my goodness.
Wearing you out.
And I slept, besides getting up and going to the bathroom, I slept 12 hours. I feel good.
Well, you don't say something about your show coming up Monday?
Yeah, the Edward there.
Time waits for no man, and if you're not ready for your show, time keeps clicking, and I've got to get ready for my show with Bullet.
Yeah, I know it. I was kind of worried about him here last Monday. Ever come in here, he's a huffing and puffing. I think he gets a little bit excited, but you're all right.
Yeah, well, we're going to have a show
Yeah.
Monday at 5:45, the Edward Hour, with Bullet at the controls, and Tom Cassidy. Amen, amen.
Yeah.
City councilman.
What are you doing for Easter, Edward?
Oh, I'm going to church.
Okay.
Are you going to come over and hear me play the keyboard at church tomorrow, Bullet?
Vice Eddie, he keeps wanting me to come over and do that.
You need to. Where do you go to church at, Edward?
A little mission on King Edward Avenue.
Yeah, I know where it's at.
Set free, corner of King Edward and 11th Street.
Oh, okay.
Okay, but let me tell you guys.
Go ahead.
Yesterday, I was invited to play at a I need to put my brain in gear. At a meeting yesterday over on Inland Street, Pleasant Grove Baptist Church. They had 7 different speakers
Yeah.
speaking about the last words of Christ, and I played the keyboard over there, and I was the only music there. You know, had a lady singing, and we had a congregational song, and I played the keyboard for that.
He can he can play Fast Eddie because me and my brother's been in his house before, and I like his organ better than I do his piano. I like the sound of the organ better than I do the piano.
That's good. That's good.
I play the piano more than the organ. I can't really play the organ that well, but I really need to learn.
I think it sounds.
I was telling Evelyn, I was talking to her this morning, that God says in the Bible He opens doors
and he closed his door.
Yeah.
I'm amazed that that door was open for me. I didn't do anything. I just happened to know the pastor and tell him I was playing the keyboard over there at the mission, and he invited me to do that. I really enjoyed that.
Well,
That's good.
well, Edward, I just one more time, I'll say everybody listen now, be sure to join the Edward Hour Monday evening at 5:45 with Edward, Bullet, and Tom, and
Yeah.
we always have a good show.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I try to tune in when I can, you know.
Oh, Bullet, you asked me a question.
Yeah.
What am I going to do for Easter? Of course, I plan to go over there and play at church.
Yeah.
And then my daughter is going to take the family out to the country club for dinner.
Well,
There you go.
For lunch, whatever you call it.
yeah.
And if she just give me the money she's going to pay to go to the country club for me, just give me that money, and I'd go eat someplace else, and I'd have extra money left over.
Well,
But I wouldn't do that. I heard Cornbread talking about flying in the helicopters
Yeah.
and all that.
Yeah.
I know about where Cornbread lives down there, and somebody told me he drove a red car.
I don't know.
Yes, you need to look at those red cars and see if it's Cornbread in there. Well, what are you driving? You going out of town this week, Eddie?
I'm going out Saturday. I'm going to the race at Talladega, so I'll be knowledgeable when I come back the following Saturday to talk about it.
I was invited to go with him, Edward, but I'm going to cancel that trip next Saturday because my knee's not going to be able to let me walk around down there like that. So, Fast Day's going to go.
You can't get Bullet to go anywhere, You just have to eat a little bit. To the Walmart, to the cemetery. Bullet, we appreciate you.
Oh, yeah.
That cemetery for 20 years.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna
Edward, too.
I'm gonna keep doing it I'm gonna try to do it for another 10 years, I hope.
Well, what I'm trying to ask you, Eddie, are you going to take the bus and go anywhere this week?
No.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Yes, I am. I'm going to the airport on Tuesday evening and start picking up we got about 50 people coming in for another conference. So, yes, I'll be driving a bus all week.
How many will the bus seat?
56. 56.
I think he's hitting around here like a wee.
Okay. Well, it's so nice talking to you. I don't want to take up too much of your time.
All right, Edward.
We're in this morning now.
Yeah, I know it, and I'm glad you did.
You and Eddie, it's so nice to talk to you.
Well,
Yeah.
Did you how old was you, and how many years was it when you was working for Ernie?
Oh, my goodness.
Back over there in the base, in the bottom level of Scott Bicycle.
Yeah, that was back in 84.
94, 2004, 2014, and I've known you 35 years.
They have.
And
Yep.
How old are you, Eddie?
I'm 63.
Oh, okay, I didn't know.
I got beat by 7 years.
You're gonna retire at 60. When are you going to retire?
I'm probably not going to. I've got a good job. I love my job, and I love the people I work with, and the owner, I love him. So there you go. Why not stay? If I retire, I'll get fatter than I am now, and stay on that recliner, and I'd probably wouldn't be around long.
Okay.
You know.
Bless you all.
All right, Edward. Bless you, buddy. And
Let's have a happy Easter.
yes, sir.
Church somewhere. Everybody go to church.
Yes, sir.
All right, Edward. See you, buddy. Edward, listen to the Edward Hour with Bullet and Tom Castello on Mondays.
I've got the Carpenters here hurting each other. You think I'll play this now?
Carpenters,
Yeah, hurting each other.
go ahead.
Let's see
Go
what
ahead.
so it sounds.
No one in the world ever had love as sweet as my love. For nowhere in the world could there be a boy as true as you love. All my love I give gladly to you, all your love you give gladly to me. Tell me why then, oh why should it be that we go on hurting each other? We go on hurting each other, making each other cry, hurting each other without ever knowing why. Closer than the leaves on a weeping willow, baby, we are. Closer, dear, are we than the simple letters A and B are. All my life I could love only you, all your life you could love only me. Tell me why then, oh why should it be that we go on hurting each other? We go on hurting each other, making each other cry, hurting each other without ever knowing why. Can't we stop hurting each other? Gotta stop hurting each other, making each other cry, breaking each other's heart, tearing each other apart. Can't we stop?
Writing's not that easy. But if you want to write essays that inspire, and messages and
I'm lying alone with my head on the phone, thinking of you till it hurts. I know you hurt too, but what else can we do? Tormented and torn apart. I wish I could carry your smile in my heart. For times when my light seems so low, it would make me believe what tomorrow could bring, when today doesn't really know, doesn't really know.
I'm all out of love, I'm so lost without you. I know you were right, believing for so long. I'm all out of love, what am I without you? I can't be too late to say that I was so wrong. I'm so lost without you. I know you were right, believing for so long. I'm all out of love. What am I without you? I can't be too late. I know I'm just so wrong. I'm all out of love. I'm so lost without you. I know you were right, believing for so long. I'm all out of love. What am I without you? I can't be too late. I know I'm so wrong. I'm all out of love. I'm so lost without you. I know you were right, believing for so long. I'm all out of love. What am I without you? I can't be too late to say that I was so wrong.
Take it away, Doc.
Good morning there, gentlemen. Thanks for allowing me to be on part of your program this morning.
That's fine, Doc.
That's good.
Guys, yeah, I've been listening here, enjoy your format. Of course, I heard one of your callers there, he touched on just about every show except the Doc Hollywood Saturday Night Fever Dance Show, which features 70s, 80s, R&B, and disco. Me and my girl, Solid Gold Girl, we're going to be doing an Easter show tonight.
Well, that's great. I was going to ask you when you're going to be back on, because I usually listen to you.
You sure do there, Bullet.
I want to listen to that tonight.
It's been hit and miss. Of course, like Fast Eddie there, got to go with my bread and butter, the old salt mine.
That's right. Salt mine comes first.
Yeah, I'm still working the old salt mines. I think it was Miss Ella always accused me that there was no salt mine. But I tell you there is.
What is your time frame this evening, Doc?
Thank you for asking. 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Guys, we're going to do something kind of unique. I hope we don't get in trouble for it. It's we're going to take the word Happy Easter. Okay, Happy Easter, and we're going to take the first letter H and have a song that starts with an H,
Yeah.
A, and a P, P, Y. I don't think that'll get us in any kind of trouble, do you?
No, I don't think it will, Doc. I've been kind of playing some songs in the past year. I started off this morning playing "Don't Say You Don't Remember" by Beverly Primers. That was 1971, Doc.
1971. Now we're going to hit 70s and 80s. We have no repeat artists in the alphabet in our format tonight.
Yeah.
And going to wish everybody a happy Easter. I think Honey Baby's got a rabbit. No, I've got a couple of plastic eggs here, so that'll be our props followed by.
All
You're
right.
not going to be dressed up as a bunny, are you, Doc?
I mean, you ain't going to bring no live bunny in there. You know that one of your callers mentioned chicks there, and
Yeah.
guys maybe figured the story years ago, probably late 70s, early 80s maybe, that was either Kresge's or somewhere had these little Easter chicks for sale. You know, they bring those little chicks in, they'd color them those pastel colors, and they'd sell them for like $1 or whatever. And they had them, you know, in a little swimming pool, plastic pool, and they had to put a little heat lamp on it to keep them warm. And
Yeah.
the heat lamp got a little too hot and set the pool on fire or something. And then the whole village there had a fire sale, smoke sale.
Well, Doc, I tell you what, I always like what you do on your shows. You always play the songs I grew up listening to, the 70s and 80s and stuff like that. So I just appreciate you calling in, Doc.
Thank you so much.
That's right.
We'll be doing it tonight, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., 70s, 80s R&B disco there. Wow, that mall was contemporary in its heyday there, more of a retail mall than what it is a business mall today. Man, that brings back memories every time I get to come down to Blue Radio. And I was so very fortunate the powers be let that old Doc Hollywood on there and have a little fun with it.
I think you do a great job, Doc, and I'll be sure to listen to you soon.
Oh, yeah. And will there be any dancing going on, Doc?
Solid Gold Girl and I are going to pick out a couple of songs each hour and do a little dancing there. Now, she can dance now. Y'all know me. I can't do much.
The heck you say?
Yeah, I know it is.
You do good. I've watched you. You can move it.
She's pushing me around like a rag doll.
Well, have a good show, Doc, on that Dynamite Disco, Doc's Dynamite Disco Hour, 2 hours. R&B, the best of R&B. That's all I got.
You got it, guys. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much.
All right, Doc.
Thanks, Doc.
Thanks.
That was Doc Hollywood.
You are listening to WOOP-LP, Cleveland, Tennessee. WOOP FM is a broadcasting service of the Traditional Music Resource Center, and we play America's original music.
All right, we got our special guest in here, John Oimby and Hayden. Okay, I didn't remember his name here. I got your mics kicked on. You'll have to have these. Bring these phones off and let's talk to John and his son with about some dirt track racing. I'm wanting to hear some of it. While we wait and see if we get any calls. We've been getting calls this morning, ain't we, Bullet?
Yes, we have. I don't know if you guys remember my cousin. He used to drive a dirt track. His name's Billy Mayo. You remember him?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Well, Billy Good, yeah.
He's my cousin.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he retired. I think now he runs a cat place there.
Yeah.
Old Billy's he's a big old boy. He's about 6'3", I think.
Yeah. Yeah, Billy's a good one. We've known them for years. Yeah.
Yeah, Billy's a good one. I told him I used to get him come in on the show, and he said, "Hey, he don't drive no more." I said, "No, but you can tell the way you used to drive." And Billy Mayo.
We got a caller. Caller, go ahead. You're live on the Whoop.
You couldn't believe I know something about a little bit about dirt track racing. I used to work down at the racetrack in a concession stand.
You know about the food.
And the first night I worked, I happened to look up. That's when Jack Cunningham's car some way turned over, and his seatbelt broke, and he came out, and he went up higher than the flagman. And being there the first time, I thought they knocked the flagman off the pole, but that was Jack. And I got to talk to him later on in life. But they had wood fences back there.
Yeah.
And they'd run out the wood fence one place, and they'd come bursting back through in another, just come right in, And I never did get into racing much, but I could watch it some.
Yeah.
And it was very interesting. That was back in, that had to be back in probably 1958, 57,
That's before my time.
Oh, yeah.
Just barely, but it was before my time. Hey, Edward, you got anything you want to ask John and Hayden here on dirt track racing?
Well, I'll just listen. They can tell me about that. Oh, I did go down to, where was it, in Chattanooga one time.
Boyd Speedway?
Yeah. Down there one time, but I hadn't followed racing much. But I did have a little experience there. Well, bless you all. I'll plan on listening.
All right, thank you.
Bye-bye.
I've actually pulled up something here on YouTube about some dirt track racing, but we're going to get to our guest here in a minute. I may play something in, but I'm just looking at some dirt track racing here on the board here. I'm just, in fact, glad you guys come in, so you want to just introduce yourselves to our audience, or who?
Yeah, tell us what's been going on, and...
Yeah, we've been, I got in a bad flip a few times here.
Really?
Back in December, we went to race up 411 Seymour, Tennessee, and yeah, I had to go to the hospital and had blood in my brain, and my brain swelled up for a while, so I was on the couch for a little while, and then finally got clear to go back, and we've raced, I don't know how many, probably 3 or 4 times since then, but we've been doing okay. We got a new car, and we got the one I flipped fixed. We just hadn't got it back together. We hated to wreck it. It was going good at the time, and then the new ones, we got it set up the same, but all of them, even though they're exactly the same, some of them don't act the same. So, but we won the Shamrock at Boyd's here when we first started back, and then we've raced a few more other places. And Hayden, he's just started racing. We got him it's an older Masters built with a 604 crate in it, and he's I think he's raced 5 times now, and he won the last race he was in, and he's been shocking us at how. I guess he's grew up around it, and since he was little and watched them so much, it's helped him when he's got in to drive it.
Yeah.
You guys know we don't have a Cleveland Speedway anymore. It's history now. But am I right when saying I think we got some tracks up at Sweetwater now, or is it Loudon?
Yeah, it's Sweetwater. Exit 60. You get off there and go left, and it's probably a couple miles on the left. Yeah, it's a good little track. We went there last weekend actually and ran second. It's Tim Collins got that track, and they do a good job.
I'm looking on board right here now. It says the late model feature right here. It says I-96 Speedway. I don't know where that is.
Have you
ever heard of that one?
Never heard of that one.
Shows right
That
here.
must be up north somewhere.
I bet it is. But anyway, you were saying that you knew my cousin Billy Mayo. He used to race a little bit there. And what's one of your favorite tracks you like racing on around here? Boyd's?
Yeah, we've done good at Boyd's. We like Boyd's, and Winchester was one of my favorite tracks, and it closed down. It's another one that got closed down last year. Someone had bought it, and I think sold it to, they're putting in maybe houses or apartments or something, I'm not sure, and then, I mean, Cleveland's gone, Winchester, a lot of them's, it's got where it's, I don't know, it's just hard to,
Something's causing it to fade out, ain't it? You know?
And
I hate that.
I don't watch NASCAR anymore much, and I heard there wasn't hardly anybody in the stands at Bristol. The NASCAR's kind of the same way. I don't know if it's just got so expensive. I wish there was some way they could, maybe at least in the stands, make it where it was real reasonable for families to get in. I think they could, no matter if it's real cheap to get in. If you could fill the stands up, you could probably make your money or more back on food, I would think. But,
You don't reckon it's a cause of all these rule changes they've got now, do you?
Well, some things hurt it, and then it's I don't know much about NASCAR, but now the dirt track, it's just it's got where they've got crate motors and they're sealed, and then they try to police tires where you run harder tires, and then you've got people putting stuff on the tires to make them softer and stamping them and just different stuff to try to get by with stuff, and sometimes the cheaper classes that they design for the motors, you buy them and everybody's got the same horsepower, it gets more expensive doing that is to just buy an open motor and race with the, where the rules are open, because, you get to buying a crate motor for $6,000 and spending $4,000 on it trying to make it illegal, and then you spend hundreds on time. It is what it is. I don't know how to, a lot of series try to police it good, and they send, samples off, but this day and age, if you don't take samples after qualifying and samples after heats and samples after feature and send all of them off, it's really hard to police it, because, now if you go to a series and they take a sample after the feature, then okay, we're just going to fix us up a set of tires to qualify for in qualifying, and we'll put the good ones on, the legal ones on in the feature. That's just kind of how it goes. But.
Yeah. John, I was going to ask you a question. When you had I call it a barrel roll, and it probably was, wasn't it? When you wrecked, flipped your car like that, wasn't it more than one time flipping?
Yeah, I don't remember how many times. I think 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, it must have knocked you out instantly, probably.
Yeah, I remember it. I remember it going up and thinking, oh no, and that's the last thing I remember.
When you got well to go back in a car, was you more or less like gun shy then a little bit, or you still just like you always was?
Well, it was in my head, it's in your head, you can't keep that, but once I got in the car, it's like, I was back like I feel like I was driving like I normally was. I didn't, but it was in my head, and I was thinking, I was worried about it, hurting my performance, but
you can build those things, have those built, the best in the world, and it still can be a bad deal, can't it?
Yeah.
It can come up anytime.
Yeah, and I've seen worse flips, and they come out and not hurt. I evidently, I didn't have a bruise, didn't have a scratch, wasn't sore. evidently just flipped the right way to hit my head, whiplash on the seat or something to cause it, you know. You know, if I wouldn't have done that, I wouldn't have had a scratch on me, you know.
Yeah. You guys don't wear a Honda device, do you?
We got them and we're supposed to. I've got one, yeah, and I didn't have it on that day. I've never really got used to putting it on. It's hard to put on in the car, and I need to wear it, but
it's hard to move around with that on.
But that race they didn't. Say we had to. But
yeah.
Yeah, it's good to wear them. We just get in and out of the car so much, and I can't hardly, you know, I need to be wearing it, yeah.
Unbuckle and all this.
Yeah.
I had a bad wreck. Well, it's not in a race car. I never raced, but I was going to Scottsboro, Alabama, and I think I was doing 75 miles an hour, and a car come across front of me and broke my sternum. And you ever had a broke sternum or anything like that?
No.
Well, Dale Earnhardt, of course, he's passed away now. He had a broke sternum, and they told me in the hospital that there's nothing to do for it. And that's that big bone there. I think the seat, I don't know how the seatbelt broke my sternum, but they said what broke my sternum was the seatbelt.
Hayden, tell the listening audience about the experience you're getting starting to race.
It's a little bit different than working on them. I've worked on them since I was could even walk probably. It's just a totally different experience though. Behind the wheel on it.
Yeah. But John, he's good at it. I remember. You've won a lot of races, ain't you, John?
Yeah, I've raced for a while. Yeah, we started pony racing back in the 90s. I don't remember exact year. Well, my first car was a 4-door, but my papa bought it for me, and we knocked the windows out and cleaned up glass and went to racing. But that, you know, I think I won. Remember winning one race. Then I went in pony class and won a bunch. And I actually raced every class growing up. My papa always we'd tinker around with my uncle, and we'd buy cars and tinker with them. And I ran A Hobby and Limited, and then finally got to Super. And then when I started winning races there, I kind of got to where I was driving for people, you know. And then, you know, now we've got we've pretty much got a community team now, just family and friends. I mean, without everybody, without everybody that's involved in our program now, we wouldn't even be able to go to the track. And it's not just one or two people, it's all of us, you know.
It's expensive.
Yeah, it is. And we got, you know, my mom and us, and then Chris Orr and Billy Henderson and Chris Guffey and Ray Cox, and everybody just joins in together and helps out from, you know, whether it's tires or fixing the engine, or without everybody that's involved, we wouldn't be able to race.
Have you ever raced up at Ray Cook's track at Tri-County Raceway?
Yeah, I've been up there a couple times. I actually ran good there last time I was there. I've not had a big motor lately when we've been on our own. We've won super races. Probably since the middle of last summer, we probably won 6 or 7 pretty good races with a steelhead motor. We've been racing against supers, but we got to be careful where we go. We got to, you know, keep it to the, you know, we win them against supers with it, but we got to kind of watch where we go. We got to stay the smaller tracks and a little slower. We can't get too big, too fast, or the big motors just dominate down the straightaway too much. Yeah. But yeah. Probably 3 or 4 years ago, I had the opportunity to run a big motor. Went to Tri-County and sat on the pole and won the dash and took off in the feature. I think broke out second, and then the brakes went out about lap 5. Had to come in, but I was looking forward to going back to the place. You know, going back up there one day, but not been able to.
I know what you mean. Listeners, give John and Hayden a call here at 614-5553. That's 614-5553. And out of the area is 423-615-5553.
I'm trying to figure out if this is a song or it's I've got something. It says "Dirt Track Thing" by Kenny Montgomery. I don't know if it's just talking about dirt tracks or what.
We can take a little break and you can play it if you want to.
Yeah, we've heard it.
Oh, wait a minute.
Okay, we got a caller on there. Oh, have you heard it?
Yeah, it's somebody wrote it about dirt track. It's a pretty cool little song. I've not heard it in a while, but it's you need to listen to it.
Go ahead, caller.
I don't mean to change the subject and this and that with your guest in there or whatever, but let me tell you this. Edward said he knows where I live, what kind of car I drive, and this and that and the other. I don't know how he knows all of that, whatever. But let me ask you this. I've got a request for Edward. I have a request for Edward. I want Edward and his preacher man to come over to my house and give me a lesson out of the Bible. That's a request.
I'm sure Edward's listening to the show. He probably will do that. I don't know.
Edward said he knows where I live. I don't know how he knows where I live and what kind of car I drive and this and that. I would love for Edward and his preacher man to come over here and give me a lesson out of the Bible. I would love that. That would be, money would not be able to pay for that right there.
Well, I'll be sure and relay your message to him, Cornbread. I'm gonna play a song right here real fast, and I appreciate you calling in, buddy.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
See, that's what that sounds like. Everybody's doing it.
Wide open when the lights turn green. Yeah, buddy, that's a dirt track thing. Though it would, but it looks so clean. Yeah, buddy, that's a dirt track thing. 3/8 to the little bull rings. Yeah, buddy, that's a dirt track thing. Waffle House with the dirt track queen. Yeah, now that's a dirt track thing. Roll through the pit gate, pit past paid. Bubba done called, said he got a spot saved. Lil Dave said that he drew a 35. Probably gonna put him third row inside. Hey, it's still sloppy on the bottom. Hit him on the high side, I guarantee you got him. I'm like, dude, I'm on the outside pole. Looking like another W for K. Mo. All cars to pack the track. Better see mud or you're starting in the back. I don't think so, lady. The chrome arrows too clean for y'all, baby. Call my heat to the stage and lane. Turning them heads when they hear my name. Everybody knows that I came to win. As I say a little prayer, let the show begin. Wide open when the lights turn green. Yeah, buddy, that's a dirt track thing. Throwing mud, but it looks so clean. Yeah, buddy, that's a dirt track thing. 3/8 to the little bull rings. Yeah, buddy, that's a dirt track thing. Waffle House with a dirt track queen. Yeah, now that's a dirt track. Brand new lift, brand new shop. Brand new springs, brand new shocks. Fresh new motor getting picked up today. Lied to your wife about the price that you paid. Boy, I got it made. Ain't nobody flyer. Spent my last 100 on some good used tires. Tweaked on the chassis, made it a little lighter. Spacer on the left rear, cause I like it tighter. And everybody gets mad when they wreck bad. Dude, you hit everything with the tech pad. Hey, speaking of the tech pad, anybody know what they're checking? They threw a yellow when he wasn't even spinning yet. They'll be talking about that on the internet. Pit lizards, I have to admit it, I like it when you got a little real percentage. Wide open when the lights turn green. Yeah, buddy, that's a dirt track thing. Throwing mud, but it looks so clean. Yeah, buddy, that's a dirt track thing. 3/8 to the little bull rings. Yeah, buddy, that's a dirt track thing. Waffle House with a dirt track queen. Yeah, now that's a dirt track thing. Look, it don't really matter what you got. Sprint car, late model, or factory stock. Limited, modified, dwarf cars and midgets. Even the mini sprint guys can come and kick it. Cause this is what we do to unwind. We've seen Days of Thunder 1,000 times. So thank all your sponsors and wave to the haters. Break up the song at the enclosed trailer. Crack you a cold one and put on a smile. We're talking about racing, we're gonna talk for a while. Hey, your car's pretty fast, but next week I'm coming for that ass. Some call us white trash and don't show us respect till they come out to the track and sit back and reflect. Cause you ain't gotta be a hillbilly or a redneck to be a victory lane holding up the big check. Wide open when the lights turn green. Yeah, buddy, that's a dirt track thing. Throwing mud, but it looks so clean. Yeah, buddy, that's a dirt track thing. 3/8 to the little bull rings. Yeah, buddy, that's a dirt track thing. Waffle House with a dirt track queen. Yeah, now that's a dirt track thing.
All right, we're back Saturday morning's Fast Eddie Bullet, and also got John Oinby and his son Hayden Oinby on here. Give us a call, 614-5553, and talk to these guys here, please. The more you talk to them, the less I got to talk. But anyway, so you're possibly going to Boyd's tonight to race, right? I mean, if weather's permitting.
Yeah, we planned on staying around close. A lot of places has been getting canceled, the rain.
Yeah.
But I think Boyd's is still on, and I-75. We'll probably end up at one of those places if they still race.
Go ahead, caller. You're live on the Whoop.
Ask him if he knows Sonny Green and Spencer. They're into their track racing. They do them dirt track cars. The I don't know what's called Baja or whatever. And
No, that name don't sound familiar.
Go ahead, Sid.
Oh, I just wonder if he knew him.
No, that name don't ring a bell. I don't know the way you was talking. Maybe them them
Baja
rock crawlers and Baja
That's
stuff.
what I'm
I've
thinking.
seen them, but I've never been around them.
That's not like dirt track racing.
No, that's more like I think they have competition and stuff, but I've never been around. More like climbing hills and trail riding and stuff like that. I think.
Yeah. Okay, like rail buggies.
Yeah, rail buggy's more like the Bajas, the trail hill climbing stuff like that. We're on a smooth circle round track oval with on dirt, pretty smooth or most times smooth, sometimes rough.
Yeah,
and race kind of like NASCAR races, but on dirt.
On dirt.
I see. Okay, you all sound good on Whoop. Anyway, I'll get off here and let somebody else call there. They might have questions they want to ask.
All right, Sid.
All right.
See ya. Go Sid there.
Yeah, that's one of her. He's been called in on this radio station, I guess, I don't know, about 11 years, I guess. He likes to call in. And, where you race at next?
Like you said, he may go to Boyd's.
Yeah.
Boyd's.
Next weekend we're planning on going to Talladega. It's NASCAR weekend down there. They got a dirt track across the
I'll tell
street.
you what, I wish I could go in the way, but I think I'll let Past State take somebody else, cause I'll get down there and won't be able to walk too much, and
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil his. He wants to get down there and meet a lot of people and contacts and stuff.
Are y'all getting to go? Are you going like pit pass and stuff like that too, or get to go walk around in there? Be
The whole
cool.
thing, yeah. I'm hooking up with Johnny Davis Motorsports Xfinity Series.
Oh, yeah.
They got 4 cars, and we had Garrett Smidley on just at 10 o'clock, and
Good
he
car.
drives for them. He drives
All
the
right.
number 0.
Yeah.
He's 18th in points right now, but he's only a few behind the 16th spot that he's wanting to get to. He wants to get in that top 12,
Right.
for the
Johnny. What did you say? Was Johnny Davis?
Johnny Davis
Johnny.
Motorsports, JD Motorsports, and Gary Keller.
I've only been to Talladega 2 times. All I've ever been. First time we went down on the back stretch in the grass and grilled out and watched them go by. And then the second time we went over in a booth. Hayden's girlfriend at the time Daddy had a booth over there, and we went and watched over there. But it was
It's interesting that.
Yeah, it's the only 2 times I've ever been. I've always wanted to go to Bristol or one of the smaller ones too.
But-
That's the only time I've ever been to the big one.
That Talladega track is 2.86 miles or something. You can't see that whole track.
No.
I was on top of a hauler down there, and it's hard to see it.
Nah, you can't see all of it. No.
You know, it is amazing how they got these tracks. I'd say the best track to go to would be Bristol, but they say it's like sitting in an aluminum can.
Yeah.
Putting rocks in an aluminum can and rattling it. I don't know. I've never been to Bristol.
I've never been there. I don't know. It's usually crowded, and they say it's real loud in there, but I've never been there. I figured they still had a crowd, but somebody said they didn't have much of a crowd the last race they had up there. So NASCAR's suffering in ways too. I don't know what they're doing wrong or what they need to do, but it seems like it needs some
to change.
We've got a bunch of dirt track races around here, racetracks. I heard up there, does Loudon have one? Or well, not.
Sweetwater's got one, and then you going up into Knoxville, you got Seymour, Tennessee's 411, and then you got Crossville's got one. It's not too far, and then on up into Bulls Gap's got a volunteer speedway, and then
up there at Kingsport, where Robert Presley owns a track up there. Do you know that?
Kingsport?
Yeah, Kingsport, Tennessee. I don't know what the name of it is, but Robert Presley.
He's living in Georgia, didn't he?
Well, he used to run NASCAR a long time ago.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think.
I don't know if he lived in Georgia or not.
Robert Presley, I think he lived right outside of Dalton for a while. And I think he drove for a while in Xfinity Series, I believe.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think that's who it was.
And I may have it wrong where he lived at, though.
Do you like North Georgia's track?
Yeah, we've had good success down there over the past. We've raced down there when we can, but they got a good little place down there.
How far is Boyd's from Brainerd, the drag strip? I've been there, the drag strip. I've never been to Boyd's.
When you turn right to go down to Brainerd off of East Ridge, what is that road there? Ringo Road?
I think so.
When you turn right to go to Brainerd, the dirt track's just right there on the right. It's probably, I guess, a couple miles before you get to Brainerd on the right there. It's right when you turn on that road. I don't know. I've never been to I think I've been to that drag strip one time. That's been years ago. But I know it's just right past the dirt track down there on the right.
I wish they'd have kept this one here in Cleveland. It was, I went there one time. My dad took me there in the 60s. I was about 8 years old. And back then you could peek through the walls. They had cracks in the walls.
Yeah.
And my dad, all of a sudden there come a car right through that wall there. My dad hadn't grabbed me. I wouldn't be sitting there now. It would have hit me. It was when the race car went right through that wall. And that was dangerous. See, that now they got, before they closed it down, they had it fixed so you couldn't look through the walls no more.
John, how many races did you win at Cleveland Speedway? I know you won some, didn't you?
I don't know. I never kept no book with it or nothing. I've won a lot there. Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't tell you how many. When I first started pony class, I won.
Just about every week, right?
Well, not every week. There's a lot of competition, but I won a lot. I can't remember how many.
Yeah, boy. Then you got out of the ponies and went to the...
Yeah, we moved up to A Hobby and raced it for one race in there, and then we moved to Limited and one race in there, and then we've been in Super ever since when we can, off and on. Then won a lot of racing in Super too. So we've been blessed. We've had, we can't win them all, but you want to, but you can't. There's a lot of competition.
You probably lost more than you've won, probably.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah.
I mean, usually you'd say another way around. You've won more than you've lost. But
yeah. Well, but I guess...
When you win something, you got to put it right back in the car, ain't you? I mean, to get ready for the next week.
Yeah, they got expensive. I mean, these
engines ain't cheap.
More complicated. The cars have gotten more complicated where you got to stay on top of it every week. The gas pressure, the shocks, the angle of this, and the measurement of this. It's got to where it's a lot more than it, a lot more than it used to be. Yeah.
Yeah. I hated to see them get rid of that track down there. I thought it was they fixed it up and everything, and I thought, oh my goodness, here we go.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden.
Yeah, I don't really know what happened. I know.
I don't either.
I know Joe Lee always had a track. He loved that place, when Joe Lee had it, and I
just went downhill.
I would think he would still want it to be a track, but things happen, and it's gone now. But it's I don't really know what happened.
Joe Lee's one of the first won the 600, didn't he? Joe Lee won the first.
He won something there,
He
the
did.
first race somewhere, but I don't remember. Was it Charlotte?
In Charlotte. He won the World 600.
And I actually took my car to him one time. He had a transmission shop on Emerald Street, and I took a Chevy 2, and I tried to drive it with no water in it and burnt my transmission up in it. And so he fixed it for me, and I remember him, and I remember going in his transmission shop down on Emerald Street, and he had a picture of him when he used to wear a white T-shirt and just no motorcycle helmet on when he raced, I believe. And Joe Lee, he was he used to keep that track going, I think, down there at Cleveland Speedway. And I don't know how many people. I think Jackie Chase ran it for a while too.
I remember that Chase name. It was a little bit before.
T.A. Hicks was there.
Yeah, T.A. was always ran the pits when Joe Lee. Well, as far as I remember, when Joe Lee always had it, T.A. was always the, I don't know, pit
man. Pit boss.
He wanted to keep everybody in control.
Yeah, I tell you, Jackie Chase, him and his father, Jim Chase, they used to be in the car business.
Oh, yeah.
And Jackie now lives up on Northley Highway up through there. If you ever go up Northley Highway, I'm trying to describe where, he lives in a big white house on the left, and he's got big white-looking cows. And Jackie's mostly in the farming, I think, now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, I used to know him when he was in the car business. And Cleveland, Tennessee used to be the capital of car carriers. We used to have, I used to see 30 car carriers here in this town. Now you don't ever see one, I don't think.
Yeah.
But that's just a thing of the past.
That's a thing of the past, yeah.
Yeah, everything changes.
But how long have you been racing dirt track?
Well, I don't, but I probably started ponies about, well, I think I was still in high school when I got my first four-door, and that was, I guess, 92 or 93. And then after that, sometime I got a pony car, and then, I've not raced every year, all the races every year. It's been off and on, but ever since then, I've been involved in it some sort of way,
Some way, form, or fashion, yeah. Yeah, give these guys a call, folks, and ask the question. They'll be glad to answer it. It's 614-5553. We've still got about 26 minutes of the show left.
There at Cleveland Speedway, I used to go there and watch a little bit, and I was amazed. I forgot how it wasn't a big track down there. I was amazed how fast they go around that track down there. So they always wet it down. For a reason. There's a reason for wetting it down. I think, but anyway, I remember when they went around there, it looked like their car be sliding like that going around that. You know how it is because you drive them. It seems like you got to make your car slide, don't you?
Yeah, you got sometimes you got to slide it some, and then sometimes the way the cars are designed nowadays, when you pick the gas up, the rear end kind of steers it. The rear end will cock where it kind of steers it and helps it turn too. There's a lot of things to them now, but it's sometimes when it's me, you got to go in there and slide the back end around a little bit to get it to kind of go in the right direction.
I don't know his name. I'll bring up. I don't know if you know this guy. I think his name's Jeff Stansbury. You know him?
Oh yeah.
Jeff and his father run a cleanup shop.
Yeah.
Bob, Jeff told me that his father used to be a wrestler, and I can't picture him wrestling because he's a little short guy. But he said his dad used to be a professional wrestler. But Jeff used to race a little bit, didn't he?
Yeah, he used to.
Yeah.
I didn't know him good back then. I know him good now. He used to travel. I think he used to travel around running them series and stuff. Him and Captain Bob. And
Jeff was good. He could drive one.
Yeah.
Lamar Scoggins.
Yeah. That's my uncle.
Boy, he can drive.
Yeah, he's got a car now, but the last bunch of years he's not raced like he used to back in, I guess 03, 04, 05 he used to race a lot. Now he's just kind of, dabbles with it now, goes here and there and try to, race every now and then.
I know Scotty Brock too.
Oh yeah, that's my cousin.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
His dad used to race, I understand.
Yeah,
is that right?
I don't remember. That's
way back.
My uncle. He got ran over on his motorcycle in 1980. So when I was born in 74, I barely remember a little bit. Yeah, but he had a car, I think a Mustang or something. I've seen pictures, and And I used to race too. And then my papa, my grandfather always raced back then too, J.R. Scoggins.
Oh,
He
yeah?
always raced back then with the Camaros and stuff, but I can't remember it good, but I've just seen pictures and heard stories. And my mama used to race too. She's
Really?
Yeah. I don't remember. She had
Family
trouble.
affair.
And I think she used to race against the men. They used to get mad because she'd outrun a lot of them.
We got a phone call here. Go ahead, caller. You live on the Whoop?
Hey, John Obi there.
Yes.
Tell them, are they racing this weekend?
Go ahead, guys.
If it don't rain.
Hey, this is Knox, hey.
Do what?
I said, this is Knox.
Yeah, I got you. You at the Old Fort?
No, I ain't talking right now. We're getting Easter outfits.
Getting Easter outfits. Yeah, we're going to go, if it don't rain, somewhere close, maybe Boyd's or I-75. Then next weekend, we're going to travel down to Talladega for a 2-night deal. You need to go with us.
All right, I will. I'll see if I can get off work. You know how Mama is.
If you ain't got to work, that's nice. We go up there and eat. He's at the Old Fort. We go up there and eat all the time. That's some good, Knox cooks some good food.
Well, all righty. I'll see y'all later.
All right, see you, buddy.
See.
All right.
I take you on to that place. Got a little song here. I don't know how this is going to sound. It says by Jimmy Reed, Big Boss Man, is 1960. I don't know if it's going to be worth listening to or not, but it's
Well, we're trying to see. Go ahead.
See what it sounds like here.
I don't know that.
Big Boss Man, didn't you hear me when I called? Big Boss Man, didn't you hear me when I called? Well, you ain't so big, you just talk. Waking around the fire, I want a little rain of water that you won't let Jimmy start, Big Boss. Can't you hear me when I call? Well, you ain't so big, you just talk, that's all. Get me on phone man, one gonna treat me right. Work hard in the daytime, rest easy at night, Big Boss Man. Can't you hear me when I call? Well, you ain't so big, you just all that's all.
Hang on, let me play this Hardy's thing right quick.
For Arnold Worldwide and Hardee's, this is close second, 2 for 4, mix and match breakfast. Code number IS30-0147, 30-second stereo radio. Produced December 13th, 2018.
At Hardee's, we love to surprise people. Not like getting summoned to jury duty or mistaking your backpack for a parachute. Our Our surprises are good, like adding our delicious loaded omelet biscuit to our 2 for $4 mix and match deal. Choose between our loaded omelet biscuit, our tasty Frisco breakfast sandwich, our bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit, or our savory sausage and egg biscuit. Get any 2 for $4. It's the best kind of surprise. I mean, it's no pulling into a paid parking meter, but it's a close second.
Hardee's because it tastes better.
Offer available for a limited time during regular breakfast hours at participating Hardee's restaurants. Price and participation may vary. Tax not included.
That's Harris Pike. That's where my uncles lived out there at Prospect.
I thought them pulling boys would call in, Jeff. I mean, John.
Yeah, I know it. I figured
Talking
Jeff.
about Marcus or
Yeah.
Jeff or somebody like that.
I tell you what, though, I heard you say a while ago about a motorcycle wreck. I had a motorcycle wreck in '68 up here at the monument. A car run a red light and run over me, and had to wear a cast for 2 years on my left leg, and I still got it. But I tell you what, once you ever have a wreck on a motorcycle, you're better knock on wood that you. I didn't get to walk away from an ambulance come and got me, but I'm still here though.
Right. Well, that's most important thing.
Yeah. Well, once you ever have a wreck on a motorcycle, you're just very fortunate that you don't get killed. But and we got another phone call there, I think.
Go ahead, caller. You're live on the Woo.
Here's the part that I miss in my life. It's Easter tomorrow. We used to take all our kids to Chickamauga Battlefield right there and hide Easter eggs and all of it. And we had a gold one that was gold and throw $20 in it, whatever. And, that's the one everybody would try to find, the one that was gold. I took an egg and I sprayed it with gold. Yeah, whatever, but that's the one that we put $20, and sometimes I might get stupid and put $40 in it, whatever, and that's the one. But Mary right there used to have a garbage bag full of plastic eggs, and except for that, that gold one. And I'd put $20, sometimes I'd put 40, and if I felt like it, I'd put a 50 in there, whatever. And we used to go to the battlefield right there, and everybody find all the eggs and this and that, they're all the kids and everybody. And when you got 6 kids, we had to have a whole garbage bag full of eggs. And Mary did real good of doing this and that and whatever. Then after that, we used to go and buy Kentucky Fried Chicken and then go home and everybody enjoy it. That's pretty cool, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it
yes,
is.
it is.
If you tell me that you're going to put $40 in an egg somewhere, tell me and I'm going to come and hunt it.
And bullets won't have 40.
Sometimes I put 20, sometimes I put 40, and if I went overboard, and I might accidentally put a $50 bill in.
Well, I'll tell you what.
It was gold.
Well, I'll sure come and hunt it if you do that.
We done that. All them years we done that. All them years, that's what we used to do on after church. We used to go to church, we used to go and do all that after church, and then go in Ringo right there. You stop in Ringo at Kentucky Fried Chicken at the red light there in Ringo. You know where it's at. And buy all the stuff. I don't know, probably cost $100 for all the stuff we did, whatever, all the meal, and then go home and eat. And wasn't that pretty cool?
Yes, it was. I tell you what, tomorrow is Easter too.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying. This Easter, I want to talk about Easter or whatever, but man, that was some fun times right there. Man, you know what? People that's listening, the more kids you have, the better fun it is.
Well, let me tell you a story real fast, Cornbread. I used to have a dog that would hunt Easter eggs for me. And she would never crack one. She'd bring them to me, and if I handed her one, she'd eat it. But this is a true story now. I'm not making this up. She would hunt Easter eggs for me and my brother. And she was a good dog.
Yeah, if we would have had her dog over there, I bet she would have found that gold one.
I bet she would have. She was a good dog for us, and we had her for a long time. But I thought I'd tell you that now, little Easter's.
What was her name?
We named her Black Eye.
Black Eye.
Yeah.
Okay, Black Eye. I've never heard of that one before.
Yeah, she was a solid white dog, and she had a ring around her eye.
Hey, these next door neighbors right here, they've got a white eye. It's kind of funny you say that. The people next door right there, I told them they just moved in, got a house, and I don't like their dog using the bathroom. And I talked to them real nice about that problem, about the dog using the bathroom, because when I cut my grass, I don't care about all. But anyway, they got a beautiful little dog, and he's got a black eye.
Well, yeah. Well, I remember the dog on the Little Rascals. The dog had a black eye.
Yeah.
But anyway, I appreciate you calling in and bringing back some memories to me. You have a question for guest here at Storm Red? We got some boys like to do dirt track racing in here. You have a question for one of them?
The only thing I don't like is when you do all that, you get all that mud thrown.
Oh, they love that mud.
But anyway, no, I just wanted to mention that to you because
Well, that's fine.
It's Easter tomorrow, so I throw that in there with her. But he called in to tell me about him coming over to my house.
Well, that's fine, and I'm gonna be sure and tell him that.
Yeah, because I would love for his preacher and him to come in my house and give me a lesson.
Well, I'll be sure that he knows that.
Yeah, and I would appreciate that right there.
Well,
money couldn't buy, could he, cornbread?
I would love that right there. Money could not buy Edward and his preacher coming to my house to give me a good lesson.
That's right.
And I want him to call in and tell me he can come. And matter of fact, he said he was going to church tomorrow on Edward Street and Levy Street. If I'm not mistaken on that, because I want to go there and meet the man. My brother met him at the Waffle House there in Cleveland and said Edward was a very nice guy. That's what my brother told me.
Yeah.
So I hope I got that right on Edward Street and Levitt. I want to go over there and meet the man because I want him and his preacher to come to my house one-on-one with me and talk to me.
Yeah, you need that. A man needs that. We all need it.
I need it real bad, and Edward is a good guy, and I feel that in my heart to say this.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that either, cornbread. We all need it. We all need it.
Okay, thank you. I'll get off the phone here.
All right.
Call in, but thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. That's cornbread.
His headphones quit working fast. I'm going to find another.
Yeah, I want to play some stuff here for a few minutes, and we'll be right back.
Another SOS, and you're stressing, and that's the time to check in. Check in to cash, check in. When you have a cash emergency, check in. We understand the urgency. Check in to get your loans and more. You gotta check in with your checking to cash. Sure. Walk in, call in, click in, go all in. Check in to cash in, check in to cash. Your one-stop money shop. Check into cash.
Matthews Pool and Spa Company, located in Cleveland, Bradley County for over 45 years. You know them. They're your new swimming pool construction and supply company in Cleveland, Tennessee, now with 4 generations of Matthews to serve you. Matthews Pool and Spa Company, for over 45 years, your swimming pool construction and supply company, spa or hot tub installation and maintenance. Get all of your supplies for your pool or spa right now. That's the new location in the old Quinn Electric Company building behind KFC at 2724 Key Street in Cleveland. Call Matthews now, 476-4521. You better get your order in now for your new pool construction for this spring and summer. 476-4521. Matthews Pool and Spa Company. Going to jump in. Woo! Economy Rentals, Cleveland's oldest and locally owned rent-to-own store, makes it easy to own. Whether you're looking for appliances, furniture, TVs, electronics, and more. It's April and no fooling. Now you can save big on all pre-rented merchandise. That's right, now save big on all pre-rented merchandise. And don't forget the washer and dryer combo, only $21.95 a week, or the 2 rooms of furniture, only $39.95 a week. That's at Economy Rentals. Call them now, 472-6105, or go by 901 Sahara Drive. That's 472-6105 or 901 Sahara Drive. EconomyRentals.net and on Facebook.
Go ahead, caller. You're live on the Whoop.
Hey, this is Jeff.
Hey, Jeff Pullen.
Yes, sir.
Get your headphones on there, my friend. Your buddy's on the line here. Go ahead, talk to him there.
Hey, John, how you doing this morning?
Good. How you doing, Jeff?
Pretty good. You got Hayden with you today?
Yeah, he's sitting over here.
Oh, is he?
Sitting where grinning.
Didn't know where grinning?
Yeah.
Awesome.
You guys ready to race to get your car put back together?
Well, I've got the one I flipped partially back together. Then we've been racing a new one. You know, when we flipped it, we was pretty much, I had to be out for a while. And then Chris Orr and Billy Henderson went in and bought this new one. We've been racing it.
Right.
But we was just talking a minute ago about you used to come to Talladega and stuff. I said, he ain't been in a while.
It's been a while. I need to get back down that way.
We're actually going next weekend. NASCAR weekends next Friday and Saturday. We're heading down Friday. If you want to go.
Well, I'm gonna have to check into that.
I'm going on Saturday.
All right.
Oh yeah, I'm going.
Be a whole gang down there, won't it?
Yeah, but now we'll probably won't be over where he's at. I'll be at the big track, NASCAR track.
Well, you'll have to make exceptions. Have to go to both.
Yeah, that's what I told him. A lot of them comes over at night time because there ain't nothing going on over at the NASCAR track. And come over and enjoy some dirt tracking.
That's right.
You got that right.
There's nothing like some good dirt track racing.
No, we're well, you know how we are. We've been hooked on it for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, you need to go with us.
Well, I might have to try to do that.
See if Mark, I ain't seen Mark in a while. He might want to go.
If we can get him out of the house.
Oh, does he stay at home all the time?
Yeah.
Well, we'll see what you got going on. Call us. And you got my number, don't you?
Yeah, I think I've got yours.
Yeah, give me a call next week and see if you can go. You can ride down there with us.
All righty. You and Hayden be safe out there racing.
All right, yeah.
Make sure you wear that Hans about too.
Yeah,
that's what I was asking him earlier, Jeff, about that. Do you wear a Hans device? Well, he didn't have it on when he rolled it.
No. He may have it on the next time though.
I've been wearing it a few times, trying to get used to it. It's hard to get used to.
Yeah, when it's got you locked down, you can't move your head around.
Yeah.
But, no, hang in there and just win them all.
They may go to Boyd's tonight.
Yeah, if it don't rain it out, we may go to Boyd's and race. Me and Hayden may go race.
We get some rain over here where I'm at now.
Are you?
Yeah, it's raining over here at the house, so I don't know if it's doing anything out in Cleveland or not.
No, I'm sitting here looking. I don't see nothing. Do you, Bullet? Look out there. I mean, it looks like sun shining.
No, I don't think it's raining.
No, it wasn't when we come in, no. It's cloudy.
Yeah, we've had some showers here this morning.
Ours supposed to be a beautiful day, too, I think.
Oh, yeah. Well. Well. Jeff, you got anything else you want to talk to these boys about?
No, I guess we can get off here and just let them be safe and have fun doing what they do.
All right. See you
All
guys.
right.
Good.
Thank you, Jeff.
All right, we'll see you. Be careful.
All right. That's Mr. Jeff Pullen there. He's a good old boy.
Oh, yeah.
Good boy.
See if it's still after this guy.
Go ahead, caller. You live on the Whoop?
What about that song, Left Turn by Cody Hicks?
Left Turn by Cody Hicks?
Yeah.
Never heard of it. Bullet's running the song.
Can you pull it up?
I can't. Bullet can.
Not right now. After the show, I'll try to pull it up because we got about 8 more minutes left. So I'm gonna talk to our guest here a little bit more, and then I'll play a closing song.
You ever heard of Cody Hicks?
No, but I can try to find it for you.
It's called Left Turn. It's about dirt track racing.
Well, I'll tell you what. We listening here, and I'll try to play here a little bit after.
What about that song with Jimmy Johnson? He won the pole. Did they make that song in? Well, you're the one that made that song. I was trying to figure out who done that. Jimmy Johnson won the pole.
No.
Who said he was good at that?
The lady won the pole.
Oh, the lady won the pole.
Yeah. But you know, what was the Chevy kept a smoking and the kept on smoking?
Oh, yeah. All right, Sid, it was good talking with you this week.
That left turn by Cody Hicks is a good one, man.
Oh, well, we'll get Bo trying to find it.
Okay.
See you later.
Thanks, Sid.
See you later.
That's it. He wants Cody Hicks, something left turn. Go ahead, John. Oh, he. I wonder what's going on.
My phone, I got spraying, it ain't real good anyway. Right in Bell Town, not having no service with that.
Well, Bud, what do you think's been, what you got going for this next week?
What's that, man?
I said, what you got going for next week? Just keep plugging at it or what?
Yeah, take care of the cemetery and same old usual grindstone, I guess.
Yeah, John, Bullet takes care of cemetery, veterans.
Where's that?
Veteran cemetery. He does all the work up there. Him and his brother.
Which one?
Fort Hill.
Where?
Fort Hill Veteran Cemetery.
Where's that
You know where the Boys Club is? Right?
Yeah.
You just turn that road, goes outside the Boys Club, keep going up there, and it's a veteran cemetery. It's got a fence around it. And we
Oh, okay. And then you can come out there and it comes out on the one on South of Boyd.
It does. And it's been ours since 1990, and I've been a caretaker there 21 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've been my brother. We don't get paid for it. My father was putting there in 98, and I just feel like it's the least I can do for veterans.
Right.
And so I just take care of it. And,
Well, that's good, yeah.
And, yeah, it's just been I think we've got 214 graves in there now. But it's a nice place, really. It's me and my brother tries to make it look good.
Do we got? Hang on a minute. Go ahead, Carl. You're live on Whoop.
Hey, Fast Eddie, it's Jeff again.
Yeah, you tell him. He can hear you.
Hey, John.
Hey, John. It's Jeff.
Hey, Jeff.
Hey, you're going to have to come up with some new shirts. The one I got last time, I thought here, it's about wore out.
Yeah.
I'm wanting one too.
Actually, I just talked to the shirt maker last night over at Twisted Design, Sean Moonham. He's got it drawed up and said they're going to be done by the end of next week. We'll be taking them to Talladega, so that'll give you some incentive to go with us.
All righty.
Yeah, we're getting that's shirts and then some hoodies made too. So, and then I'd like to work on hats after that. I like getting hats made.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, those hoodies might work out pretty good next weekend down in South Vegas. It's a little cool.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we should have next week, so if for some reason you can't go or something, just holler at me by the, next Thursday or something. We'll get you hooked up.
We're going to get John back on here in a month or so. Yeah. We're going to have him back in here again. This ain't the first and last. No. He's got to bring me some shirts. Or one, anyway.
It seemed like they brought me a shirt one time. It's been before it was on Whoop on Wheels, wasn't it?
I don't know. I think John was having the same problem. He didn't have them all made yet. Or something. I don't know. I never did get one.
Longhorn chassis on it.
Do what now?
It was a blue shirt with Longhorn chassis on it.
Oh, yeah, that's when I drove for Sam Durham, yeah.
Yeah, that's been a while back.
Yeah, but he didn't have one fit me. You know?
Wow.
I gotta have a double X. I got a big old belly.
You might need to
look at big go past that.
I wear a big shirt.
Oh, I got all the way up to 3X ordered, I think.
Yeah.
All right, man. We appreciate you.
All right, see you.
All right, Jeff.
You was talking about Jeff Stansbury earlier, and
yeah.
Where's the camera at in here?
It's right over here.
Oh,
no, here's the camera.
Yeah, I think he's watching. Talk to him. Hey, Jeff.
Jeff Stansbury, one of the best dirt track racers.
I know Jeff.
Down here at Clayton Speedway.
His father, Bob, and Wilma, she passed away as his mother. And Don Carson, Don Gasson, was a professional wrestler. And
Don Carson was?
Don was Wilma Stansbury's brother. Anyway, I'm gonna play this song for these guys before they leave out here. It's good. It's Left Turn by Cody Hicks, It's I'm gonna play the song.
That's Sid Vicious?
Yeah, I'm gonna play here for these guys.
I mean, Sid, not Vicious.
We don't care to go over a little bit.
I know.
Let's see here.
Sitting 4 rows back from the pole, as I put it in the wall, second lap of my heat, got a little loose, coming out of 3, got it all beat up and straightened out. The boys tell me they were ready to run now. That's a damn good thing, 'cause that green flag's waiting and I'm on the gas. I put my sweat and blood to these nuts and bolts. Yeah, I turn a red, it's the only way I can afford to fill it up again, tear it up again. It's the only way I'm ever gonna learn. One more left turn.
Whoa. All right, go ahead, caller. You live on the Whoop.
What is the bullet doing? This is Jeff Sansbury calling.
I don't know. Bullet needs a pair of headphones on.
Oh, here.
Yeah. Yeah, hang on there. We're having to share, Jeff, the headphones. Something's going on in
Who is
here.
it? Who am I talking to?
Go ahead and tell him who you are again.
Sansbury calling, bullet.
Hey Jeff, I was just telling these guys about you. I used to work with your mother at Matthews Food Company, and I know your father Bob, and I've been wondering about you guys. I think you still run after a little shop over here, don't you? You got a cleanup shop?
That's right, still in the car business. Not in the racing business, but in the car business.
Well, I also mentioned you. I think your uncle was Don Carson, wasn't he? Don Gaston.
That's right.
He used to wrestle, and but I remember.
Your Bullet's a big wrestler, Jeff.
Well, I'm not a wrestler. I'm a big wrestling fan.
Anyway, yeah.
But no, I was just telling these guys here that you used to drive, and is there anything you want to talk to one of these guys about before we get out of here, Jeff? I'll hand it back to earphones. You do.
What is John? Hey, y'all got the night off tonight?
Nah, we're just watching, waiting around on the rain. I think Boyd's and I-75 still on. We're just going to go somewhere close, and both of us race if it don't rain it out. And then next weekend we're going to go down to Talladega, I think.
Yeah. Well, God knows I can still drive. I did get in the car back in 16. I can still do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It ain't been that long ago, has it?
Yeah, it was in 16.
When you was at Sonoma?
When I got in that car. It's 17, that's right.
17, yeah. Yeah, I was there. Jeff was still gassing on it. Pulling the left front up. He's going at
God.
Lamar and Mark didn't have the car set up as good as Jeff could drive it, but so we.
And it's spin one out. It's spin one out.
Yeah.
Hey, Jeff, how many races did you win at Cleveland Speedway? I know it was a bunch.
I'm not sure how many, but one year there, it was either 9 or 10 I won the Cleveland Speedway one year.
See?
Yeah.
And when Jeff got in one, he'd go around in turns. You could see that but one side of the car was up in the air.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, completely up in the air.
Yeah, back in the 90s, a lot of cars back in the 90s seemed like you was going fast. Left front was off the ground. Nowadays, they got it where you try to hold the left front on the ground.
Yeah. Yeah, and the left rear come off.
Now the left rear is all lifted up. They just, it's always got to be changed and everything you do, I reckon.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I heard about y'all on the radio, and I wanted to call in.
All right, thank you, Jeff.
Hey, Jeff, you need to listen sometimes on Saturday mornings. We talk NASCAR and dirt track. Just first one thing and another.
I know that's right. Hey, one story about my uncle. He used to wrestle, and I know.
Tell him, Jeff. You always got open mic here. You and your father, Bob. Why don't you come by on Saturday morning? Put you on the show.
Yeah, well, it's going to be hard to get in touch with Dad because he's no longer with us.
Yeah, he didn't hear you. It's hard to get a hold of his dad. He's no longer with him.
Oh, he's not?
No, he passed away in 2015.
Bob did?
Yeah, sure did.
I'm sorry to hear that. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, that's you.
Story about Carson. I used to go down there with him when he ran for the Army a lot of times.
Yeah, no, I tell you what, no, that's a shock to me because I didn't know that.
He's going to tell us a story about Don Carson. Go ahead, Jeff.
I used to go down with him sometimes to the Omni there in Atlanta, and he'd pull up one place, let me out, and he'd have to drive back around on the backside. Of course, I couldn't get out with him, you know. I'd go in and watch him his fans, and I'd move him back to a certain place.
Don Carson, I'll tell you what, I used to watch him a lot, Jeff. He used to pull out back then, I think he used to pull out a partial plate, and my brother used to mow his mother's yard over here on First Street.
Yeah, that's right.
And he used to come in one night, he come in blooded up, and he actually told my brother, he said, there's a wrestler beat the crap out of him.
Oh, yeah, it was real. The blood was real. There was nothing fake about it.
Well, wrestling, Tommy Rich is always my favorite wrestler, but people can say it's fake all they want, but I'll tell you what, I'm not going to get in the ring one of them.
Yeah, that's right. Well, y'all have a good Saturday, y'all, and it was good talking to y'all.
Thanks, Jeff. See ya.
Jeff, he's something else.
Oh, yeah.
Good.
Oh, guys,
you declare closing?
Play the closing, I'm out of here. Folks, it's been real. We'll catch you next Saturday. Bullet will, anyway. I'll be in Talladega. Have a nice one. God bless y'all.
Happy trails to you until we meet again. Happy trails to you. Keep smiling until then.
Who cares about the clouds if we're together?
Just sing a song and bring the sunny weather. Happy trails to you till we meet again.
Some trails are happy ones,
Others are blue. It's the way you ride the trail that counts. Here's a happy one for you. Happy trails to you until we meet again. Happy trails to you. Keep smiling until then.
who cares about the clouds if we're together?
Just sing a song and bring the sunny weather. Happy trails to you till we meet Happy trails to you until we meet again. Happy trails to you. Keep smiling until then. Who cares about the clouds if we're together? Just sing a song and bring the sunny weather. Happy trails to you till we meet again. Happy trails to you.
Hello, I'm Johnny Cash.
You're listening to WOOPLP, Cleveland, Tennessee, Whoop FM.